What if I told you that the difference between a billionaire and someone barely making ends meet comes down to just 5 seconds? Not 5 hours, not 5 years, just 5 seconds every single morning. This is the story of a man who discovered this secret and how it changed everything. Meet David. For years, he had dreams. Big dreams. He wanted to build a successful business, provide for his family, and live a life of purpose. But every morning started the same way, with defeat. Before his day even began, he had already lost the first battle. The battle with himself. One evening, his wife Sarah looked at him across the dinner table. Bills were stacked between them. Dreams were buried beneath them.
David, I believe in you. I really do. But something has to change. We can't keep living like this.
I know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I work hard. I try. But every day feels like I'm running in place.
That night, David couldn't sleep. He lay awake, asking himself the question that millions ask but few dare to answer. What am I really made of? The next morning, David sat alone in a coffee shop. Exhausted, defeated, lost. That's when an elderly man at the next table spoke.
You look like a man at war with himself.
David looked up, startled.
I've seen that look before. In the mirror. 30 years ago.
There was something different about this stranger. His eyes held wisdom and something else. Certainty. David didn't know it yet. But this man was about to hand him the key that unlocks extraordinary lives. The old man pulled out a simple pocket watch.
Let me ask you something. What time did you wake up this morning?
Around 7:30, maybe 8. I hit snooze a few times. Why?
And what time did your alarm first go off?
5:30 a.m. But I was so tired.
You negotiated with yourself. And you lost. Just like you've been losing every single morning for.
The words hit David like a hammer. Not because they were harsh, but because they were true.
Who are you?
Someone who used to be exactly where you are. Broke. Defeated. Full of excuses. Until I learned the rule.
David leaned forward. Something in him knew. This moment was different.
The 5-second rule. When your alarm goes off, you have exactly 5 seconds before your brain kills your dreams. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. That's it. If you don't move in those 5 seconds, your mind will come up with 1,000 reasons to stay comfortable. To stay average. To stay stuck.
That's it? Just count backwards and get up.
Don't mock simplicity, son. Every billionaire I know, and I know quite a few, has mastered this one thing. Not because they're special, but because they understand something most people never learn.
The old man's eyes grew distant, as if looking through time itself.
I was 35 years old. Failed business. Failed marriage. Living in my car. One morning, I woke up in that car at 5 a.m. And I had a choice.
In that moment, sitting in a cold car with nothing but regrets, he made a decision.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I moved.
That single decision, 5 seconds of courage, started a chain reaction. One morning became a habit. That habit became discipline. That discipline became success. And that success eventually built a billion-dollar empire. Mr. Harrison slid a business card across the table.
The rule isn't about waking up early, David. It's about not giving your fear a chance to speak. Because fear needs more than 5 seconds. Doubt needs more than 5 seconds. Laziness needs more than 5 seconds. But courage can happen in an instant. Try it tomorrow. Just tomorrow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then call me and tell me what happened.
The next morning, when that alarm rang at 5:30, David remembered. His hand moved toward the snooze button, then stopped.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And something incredible happened. He didn't think. He didn't negotiate. He just moved. That first morning, David discovered something powerful. By winning those 5 seconds, he had won the entire day before it even started. One day became 1 week. 1 week became 1 month. And his life, it started changing in ways he never imagined. 3 months later, David sat in his small but growing office. His business had momentum. His relationship with Sarah had deepened. But most importantly, he had proven to himself what he was truly made of. He picked up the phone.
Mr. Harrison, I wanted to call and thank you. 3 months ago, you gave me something priceless.
I didn't give you anything, David. It was already inside you. I just showed you where to find it. Now let me tell you the real secret.
David listened carefully.
The 5-second rule isn't just for mornings. It's for every moment you hesitate. Every time you know what you should do, but fear holds you back. 5 seconds of courage can change a conversation, a relationship, a business decision, a life.
David felt emotion rising in his chest.
Why did you help me that day? You didn't even know me.
Because 30 years ago, someone did the same for me. And now it's your turn to pass it on. When you see someone at war with themselves, give them the rule. Give them hope.
David realized then that the old man hadn't just taught him a morning routine. He had taught him how to live. Narrator. So here's your question. Tomorrow morning, when that alarm goes off, what will you choose? Will you negotiate with mediocrity? Or will you take 5 seconds of courage and become who you were meant to be? The choice is yours. But remember, you only have 5 seconds to make it. If this story touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And tomorrow morning, change your life.